You're listening to I-95, Bangor's classic rock station with Jay, Stu, and Corey in the morning. Jay, Stu, and Corey rock.
I-95, Jay, Stu, and Corey on Bangor's classic rock station. 95.7 FM here on, it's not even that bad outside this morning. It's 26 degrees. That's
what I got too. That's not
doable.
Terrible.
The roads are good. Nice. It's going to be sunny today. It's going to be warm today. How about that?
I heard it could be maybe even 40 today.
45 is what Mother Fecka is saying today.
Mother Fecka's there today, huh?
What's interesting is this weekend is literally in every way going to be a carbon copy of last weekend. So today's going to be real nice. Tomorrow's going to be pretty nice, with sun and clouds and stuff, but not bad. And then Sunday, 55 and rain. Like a couple inches of rain again.
No.
We're going to have another warm spell with a pile of rain all over again.
And maybe some flooding?
Another couple inches of rain. So, yeah, it's awesome. Not only are we not getting a white Christmas, we're getting a whatever color water is.
Hey, listen, Santa, it's not I'm dreaming of a wet Christmas. It's I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. If you could get on that, that'd be cool. Mother Nature.
Yeah. I don't know why. We know Mother Nature hates us.
That's true.
She just takes a crap on Maine most of the time.
She just comes up here. She goes on a bender. She's like, screw you, Maine. You're the redheaded stepchild. I don't care.
Maine is the spot in the woods where she goes to pee when she's camping. That's our weather. That's what we get. Always an adventure with Mother Nature.
Indeed. Well, we've got a couple of people who have already checked in this morning. We love it. We've got Tracy and the Tideway crew. They want to hear something Christmassy, so we'll have to get something Christmassy and upbeat on for Tracy. Alex he's waiting in his bus for his run to start in Hamden. I like what Alex has done with his bus, though. He made it all festive. He's got a light-up wreath on the front of it. He's got, I don't know if this is standard or if this is Alex. He put, running lights, LED running lights in the bus. I mean, it looks badass. Back in the day, we had, if we were lucky, the stuffing, padding stuff wasn't coming out of the seat before us, that the vinyl had been cut for. This looks like an actual nice bus that I would love to ride on.
Now, see, the bus I rode on when I was a kid, we would get on that last day of school, and old Wally would get on the PA on the bus and be like, I know this is the last day, but vacation doesn't start till you're off the bus.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was basically sit down, shut up, enjoy the ride. Vacation starts when you get
don't act up right now on the bus. Oh, wow. Wally sounds like a delightful young man.
He was badass. Everybody loved him. Really? He was one of those cranky old dudes that everybody loved. Wally Crooker.
Aw, nice.
No, he was an angel. He was just the sternest angel you've ever seen.
Good to know. Well, if you're out there and you're listening, check in with us. Let us know what you're doing as you're waiting. And we do have that morning music matchup. It's a weird one. Led Zeppelin's Good Times, Bad Times, Billy Idol yelling at the Christmas tree, the Stones, Street Fighting Man, and was it Down Boys?
Yeah.
I believe, from Warrant. So it's up there.
Yep, we got it.
What you will with it.
Get your votes in right now. Let's rip it with some ZZ Top. And they were shaking their booties at Tideway this morning.
Yeah, man.
I-95, Bangor's classic rock station. Here we are. Look at us. It's Friday.
Gosh, it's going to be awesome, except for that forecast. Let's pretend Sunday doesn't exist right now.
Oh, I don't even. Well, you have reasons to care about the rain, like with your floody basement and all that stuff. For me, it's just oh, no, I have to stay home and drink beer because it's too crappy to do anything else.
There you go. There you go. If you want to check out pictures, by the way, I did hear back from Alex, and it's all him. He decorated with garland and lights and stuff inside his bus. It looks like a bus to Christmastown.
Yeah.
Like if Christmastown were a place, that would be the bus that would take you there. So we put that up. If you want to go vote for the morning music matchup, we put it up in that little thing there. And if you do have pictures of your cool stuff, don't forget to send them into our app so that you might be in the drawing for that $500 because we have that light up Eastern Maine contest. But also B, you can throw your pictures up in that chat as well, and we would love to. No, not like that. God.
Throw them up.
You and my brother make the worst throw up sounds. I hate them.
Oh God!
All right,
that wasn't even very impressive.
I know. Oh, please don't try to outdo
yourself. No, not on the air. I'll wait till we're off the air and you have nowhere to run.
Lucky me. Thank you so much.
That's what I'm good at.
We've got our Friday four-way up right now. We've got Zeppelin's Good Times, Bad Times, Yelling at the Christmas Tree from Billy Idol, The Stones, Street Fighting Man, and Warrant with Down Boys. That's happening. Of course, next week, we'll have those tickets, or at least the first round of Bret Michaels, Warrant, Firehouse, and Dee Snider tickets to give away, which will be cool.
Yeah.
This week we got to finish up our Weed or Steed game.
Yes, we must. We must and make it happen. Someone needs to pick. Someone needs to win these ticks. Someone needs to pick the ticks. Pick the winner. I can't do it.
Keep going with it. I was going to follow you all the way. You go. See, this happened last night. There was a kid who got the ball and then dropped the ball and didn't commit to it and was just like, I give up. You could see the look on his face.
No, there's a time to cut your losses. That's a lesson you could learn.
I don't know how to say when. Come on.
Oh, I know. Anyway, let's do this matchup thing. You can vote at the I-95 Facebook page, 9919713. Let's do this. It's the Friday four-way on I-95. Bangor's classic rock station. We got the morning music matchup over at the I-95 Facebook page. Who's in the lead right now, by the way?
I'm checking that right now. It looks like Zeppelin.
That's reasonable. I'm down with that.
Warrant's not far behind.
That makes sense. Based on their power showing yesterday against themselves.
Yep, I think it's Zeppelin right now, which if Warrant takes out Zeppelin, I'm going to be concerned about the state of the world right now.
Well, they are coming to Bangor, so
I know, but
there's no chance in the world of Zeppelin coming to Bangor. Look, we've watched Zeppelin lose to some really dumb songs.
That's true.
And I imagine it's just because, it doesn't mean people don't love Zeppelin. It just means, not today.
Zeppelin,
they want to hear, right. Warrant.
Maybe. Tracy did send a thank you. She was all excited. I guess the Tideway crew loved that. They were out there dancing around. So
they should have shot video and sent it in. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, that would have been great too.
Pics or it didn't happen, as the kids say.
Well, they did send a pic this morning of themselves. They were like, "Hey, Tideway crew, here we go, ready to." And that's the great thing about the app and being online is that you can, if you're listening right now at a job site and you want to snap a pic of who you are and send it our way, so that we've got a face to go with the set of ears that you give us every morning. Sure. We appreciate that.
I got my ugly sweater in the mail because I was all excited for that stuff, and it of course doesn't fit because I'm too fat. So and I bought like an extra large, like an extra size up. You know what I mean? Because I was like, I want to guarantee this fits, and it's like, no, apparently I am just a big fat ass that can't fit into anything. So what I'm going to do is just paint a Christmas tree on a garbage bag, and I'm going to wear that around for the holidays. It's going to be great.
What are you going to do with your sweater?
Hope that someday I get a little smaller and that I can fit into it.
Is that the one that said, what did it say?
It says Slayer, but it's spelled like sleigh, like Santa's sleigh.
Oh, that sucks because that was a funny sweater. Oh.
Well, it's that, or I have to put it on like a rack and stretch it into shapes to make it big enough to fit around my rotunda,
Stop.
You
should wear it anyway.
My just orbital thorax. Cut out the sides. Oh, yeah, there we go. So it'll look like a smock, like I'm headed to fourth grade art class. I'm going to bust out the crayons, everybody. Love that word, smock.
Oh. Well, couldn't you take it out just a little on the sides? You don't have to cut it all the way up like a smock.
I think we're beyond taking it out. I'm going to have to take it out and shoot it. That's what's going to have to happen, I think. Whatever.
Okay.
Maybe
I know
someday.
That disappointment because that's pretty much most of my life is that I get something I like and I'm like, it's going to be wonderful. I put it on. I'm like, whoa, this is not a good look.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this is like a 2XL for 8-year-olds, and not like the Alabama 8-year-olds that are bigger than I am, But, it's just too small. And I'm too fat. That's just it. We're just facing facts here. We're facing fats here.
Oh, stop it. You know what it is? Nobody likes a skinny Santa. Yeah. Or a skinny Jays too, apparently. You're good. You're good.
Bandit Brewing doesn't like a skinny Jays too.
It's your beer belly. It's you working hard on it. I like to say I'm working really hard on becoming a couch. Couches are comfortable places to relax. That's what I am right now. That's what you are right now. It's fine.
Yeah. There we go.
Your dog, I'm sure, loves to snuggle with you a little bit more than your wife because there's more of you and more wonderful warmth.
I'd probably piss him off less, too. So there's that.
Well, okay, there's that, too. All right, get this morning music matchup voting done. You can actually check out the sweet bus picks from Alex, our listener's sweet bus, as he waits for his run here in Hamden, too.
There we go. Do it up. Let's wrap up the matchup here on I-95. I-95, Jay, Stu, and Corey on Bangor's classic rock station. Zeppelin winning it this week. How about that? For the week. What is that noise?
Apparently, we're getting alerts on our app because I'm getting them. I have our app on.
All I heard was boop.
So, boop. Yeah. So this is kind of funny. Next hour, we're going to be doing our tickets to go see Foreigner Sticks and John Waite, and we'll do it playing Weedersteed. This, I figured you might like this. This is on one of the area swap or sell things, and somebody with a very good sense of humor put this up. And now what I love is I saw this originally. I'm like, this is a clever little post. And then I read down to the comments, and I'm like, wow, there are so many people that just don't have a sense of humor because they're like, this is lame, this is funny. And I'm like, oh my God, people. But what it is it's a folded into a triangle Walmart bag, plastic. And this is what the ad reads. Here we have an antique plastic Walmart bag, once used and very slightly damaged by my dog, who did not realize how precious and priceless this item truly was and chewed it up a tad. Still usable and will come neatly folded as is shown in the pictures. I'm sure this will bring nostalgia to anyone that was around before these glorious relics were banned. I'm sure Grandma used to fold them in this manner, quote, back in the day. Price is firm, as I know what I have and I know what it's worth. They're asking for $1.5 million.
No low ballers, no tire kickers.
I love that. That's clever. But everyone's like, I mean, those of us with senses of humor are like, that's brilliant. I love it. Some people are like, I'll give you a penny. Some people are like, I'll give you $1.
You'd be surprised. You stick that on eBay, and you'd be surprised what you'd get for it. I mean, look, people have sold toast that they think has Jesus' face on it. People were selling air from the Taylor Swift show.
That's the thing. People will buy anything these days. Like, absolutely.
I bought air from the Taylor Swift show online for too much money. I bought a bag of air. It's probably somebody's beer fart that they stuck in a bag.
I mean, yes.
Yeah.
That's probably what happened. But I loved the sense of humor. I thought it was funny, but then I just laughed.
Think it's great.
And I saw how everybody else just doesn't have one.
It's like I saw somebody on Facebook once trying to sell, you know, that little thing they put in a pizza box that keeps the lid from caving in on it, and it looks like a little table. I saw someone selling one on Facebook Marketplace once as a joke. It was very tongue in cheek. You know, they're like dollhouse table, only $10. Da 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 da. Never mind the tomato sauce on the bottom. Blah blah blah. And people are like, that's out of a pizza box. And it's like, it said that in the ad. You know, it's like,
they speak just to be heard because they feel like they need to be important. And it's like, oh, come on now. Just have a sense of humor. But
those are the same people that refer to sports teams as we, you know. Well, you know, we get out there, and it's like, no, you did not. You sat on the couch and got
yelled
fatter.
At the TV. Yes.
Just like I did. Anyhow, we're going to give away some Foreigner tickets here in just a bit in the 7 o'clock hour, so get ready for that. We'll play Weedersteed coming up on I-95. Jay, Stu, and Corey on Bangor's classic rock station. I almost want to not give away the tickets right this minute because someone's already trying to call. We haven't even said we're going to do it, and they're already ringing the phone.
They know we're going to do it, and why are you getting angry at them? They're doing exactly what we want them to do, which is call 991-9713. That you're just annoyed because the thing flashes.
You have never stood in front of that little flasher. You have never stood in front of it. It burns your retinas. It really does.
But we want them to call so that they can win.
Want them to call, but I can't talk and look at the phone ringing at the same time. It's physically impossible. If I do, you know what happens? I'm going to start talk and then I'm just going to go like into the zone. I'm going to be hypnotized by the phone, and then I won't be able to do anything. Then you're going to have to talk until I snap out of it.
No, not a problem. I'm not worried about that. I'm up for that challenge.
I'm not worried about you. Anyway, yes, it's time to play Weed or Steed, ladies and gentlemen. You just have to call us and tell us if you want to win these awesome foreigner tickets, is it a weed strain or is it the name of a Kentucky Derby winner? So, it's going to be fun. I think I've looked up a good one that I think it could fool anybody unless you really know your stuff. You know what I mean? So you've got to have extensive knowledge in one of these categories or both, or be like the person that won it yesterday that had no knowledge of either and just took a wild guess.
Yep.
So it works. So Weed or Steed right now, 991-9713 for foreigner tickets up for grabs on I-95. I-95, who's this?
Hey, good morning. This is Dwight.
Dwight, how you doing, my man?
Not too bad.
So,
I'm hoping to be able to test my knowledge in that weed category.
Well, we just won't know until we get there, will we?
We won't. I'm pretty sure, though. I'm a confident man.
All right. Good to know, Dwight. All right.
So here's the deal. We're giving away these foreigner tickets, and we're making people play Weed or Steed, which is you have to either, we're going to give you a name, and it's either a weed strain from one of the 6,422,371,261 dispensaries right here in Bangor.
And still growing.
Right. Or it's the name of a Kentucky Derby winner. Do you think you can handle this with us?
I'm pretty sure I can try.
All right. You can use your extensive knowledge in one category to cross-reference against the other. So, we'll see how this turns out for you.
Sounds good.
All right, Dwight, you ready?
I'm ready.
So the name is Jack Harrer. Is that weed?
That's actually weed. I smoked some last week.
I don't even have to get into that with you. All right, my man.
Yeah, no, you don't. But I don't watch Kentucky Derby, so it's a good thing I'm knowledgeable.
Well, there we go. We nailed it today. That's the way to end a Friday, right?
Dwight nailed it. He knew all about it, so go Dwight. Love it.
Oh, he's right, though. I mean, every time you turn around, it's like, this store closes. What are we going to put there? It's like, you get a weed store, and you get a weed store, and you get a weed store.
I mean, it's sad that in this town, people who want to buy weed they don't have many options.
No. There are, I remember I did an article about this. There's more options to buy weed than there are to buy groceries.
Yeah.
But hey, this is Maine. We get our priorities in line. That's all.
When nature sucks as bad as it does and gives you every weekend of rain, you just give up.
Right. And then nature gives you this beautiful plant to forget about nature with.
There you go.
Well, congrats to Dwight. He is going to see Foreigner this summer. We'll have, presumably we will have more to give away as we get closer to the show. So that's not the end. Don't you worry. So in the meantime, we're going to get back to the classic rock, then things over at i95rocks.com and the app, so stay here. I-95, Bangor's classic rock station, 95.7 FM. Jay, Stu, and Corey here. Friday morning. Everybody, it's Friday. Just in case you didn't get the memo.
We made it there to Friday, and then we have literally 1 week, and then it's Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. So I got some of my Christmas cards done. Did you get it?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. All right.
I liked your family tree.
Yeah, did you like that? With the star on my head?
You're always the star.
No. I didn't. When you do them on a tiny computer, you see the proof, but you don't really. And this happened last year. Do you remember last year where I printed out 180 of them, and I didn't realize until after I got them back that Bridget, my youngest, was making a grumpy face, and I was like, "Are you kidding me?" Because they're kind of small on a computer screen. I should have just blown the thing up and been like, "Oh yeah, that looks kind of dumb." Nope.
I saw a meme once.
Send.
It was like from a professional photographer, and it was like these side by side photos. And the lady's like, when you tell a kid to smile, they basically look like a serial killer.
Yep.
So she said, when I snap a kid's picture, always say poop. Because it makes them laugh. And she's like, then you get that natural kid face.
That's a brilliant idea.
Yeah. She said, otherwise, they look like they're going to murder you. They look like, Chucky. They're just like, they have that evil glare.
And that sucked so bad, too, because she's usually like my most smiley kid. And she was not happy in that one moment, and I didn't even catch it until I had printed everything out. So at that point, I was like, well, no going back now. I've already paid for them. I've got over 100 of them. I got to send them out, and that was that. So This year's, there was one year that I didn't check the font size, and I cut off half of the greeting. I was like, I had myself, Noah, and the cat. And the
Awesome.
rest of the people weren't even there. Yeah. I'm not the best at making the cards. I usually live in a space of regret after I get them mailed to me, and I'm like, well, okay. Chalk that up to another dumb-looking Christmas card. But
you can just do what I do and don't send any Christmas cards. They look the same every year, and they show up right on time.
People, despite the fact that she wasn't smiling, people like getting them and like seeing the pictures of the kids grow. I wouldn't, believe me, once the kids are out of the house, I'm just going to send the usual, like Santa on the front or like a Christmas penguin. But while I've got them and they're here and they'll let me take their picture, people they're like, oh my God, the kids get so big. I'm like, I know.
So I'm just talking to all my friends with no kids here. Remember to be polite when your friends with kids give you Christmas cards and you're like, oh my God, they look so grown up. You gotta come up with all the phrases. I'm so socially awkward. I actually have to remind myself of those things. Like, oh yeah, you have to say nice things about people's kids.
You don't have to say anything about my kids.
No. I'm not talking about you specifically. I'm just saying, I'm just reminding folks that, this is that time of year where us selfish jerks with no kids start looking at Christmas cards. They're like, oh yeah. And it's like,
I got a message this morning at 5:50 from one of our counterparts, the other socially awkward dude that we know that works next door, right?
Yeah.
And he was all about, thank you for the card. I was like, what? He never says anything nice to me. And he was like, thank you so much for the card. Thanks for thinking about me. I hope you guys have a great Christmas, and you and the kids. And I was like, is he on drugs today? What's happening? Because I didn't see that one coming at all. So if he can muster up the slightest bit of fake enthusiasm, you can do it too.
Because I stuck my head in the door and told him to do that.
You are so full of lies. You're just a bag of lies today.
Today. You're giving me way too much credit.
That's true.
Anyway, we still have to get there. There's a funny story I want to tell when we come back about the Vassalboro Fire Department. Poor souls over there. We're going to get to that and their Christmas tree fiasco.
Mm-hmm. I have an update about the Stillwater River Trail.
Gotcha. We'll have all that coming up this hour. I-95, Jay Stu and Corey on Bangor's classic rock station at 95.7 FM. Now, we were talking a few minutes ago about the Christmas spirit is a wonderful thing.
It is,
and sometimes getting into the Christmas spirit makes people do things that are the opposite of the Christmas spirit. Could you imagine being so obsessed with having the perfect Christmas tree that you decided, I'm going to go steal this one? And I don't mean just like over at the tree farm, okay? In Vassalboro, outside the fire department, their volunteer fire department, there's a fairly large pine tree, right? Mm-hmm. And there's the before photo. If you go over to i95rocks.com or the app, you'll see the before photo. And if you look at the top of it, it looks like a perfect Christmas tree. Okay? So someone backed their vehicle up to this thing in some capacity or other, climbed this tree, and sawed the top off it and hauled it away.
I see these pictures. This is
Isn't
sad.
that insane? Like, and first of all, this is either something very personal, like someone is being a jerk, or there was a lot of beer and bad decisions made all in one place.
Yeah, that's not cool.
Because what's really sad about it is someone who volunteered there for over 40 years. He and his wife donated that tree and planted it 10 years ago. So, of course, the people at the fire department are pretty ripped about this because, that was a gift from a long time. They
didn't have any cameras or anything out there?
Well, that's the fun part. And this is why it's a little, I don't want to use the word suspicious and accuse anybody of anything, right? But
then just use sus. That's what the kids say.
Oh, that's right.
It's a little sus.
It's a little sus because it just happens that this tree is in the exact spot where there are no cameras. There's tons of cameras on the property. And since then, they're like, all right, we're going to upgrade our cameras. We're going to, this is our little wake-up call that apparently we have to have all areas of the building covered. But either it was blind luck or someone knew that there were no cameras in that spot and decided to go in and cut the top off the tree.
That's sad.
I shouldn't laugh, but at the same time, especially with the history that the tree has for the fire department. And I mean no disrespect, but if you just take this on face value, it's like someone was so desperate for the perfect Christmas tree they hacked it off the top of another tree.
I happened to see today online as well, like somebody locally in the Bangor area, I think, posted on one of the different sites today, thanks to whomever stole. They had a beautifully decorated porch, and I know where this is because I passed it yesterday and thought, oh, that's very nice. Somebody came by and stole one part of the decorations, the icicles that were hanging from the bottom of the porch. There were icicles hanging from the top and then the icicles hanging from the bottom, along with other lights, like colorful lights.
Yeah.
Somebody came by and just took the icicles, just to be a dingus.
I mean, like...
Why?
That, that's a quick move, though. That's to, like, run up to the porch and just basically rip it off. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, that's a...
I know. It certainly didn't involve a truck and maybe a lift and also a saw.
Yeah, this involved... It is highly unlikely that one person did this all by themselves. I'm not saying impossible, just highly unlikely. So it's just like, but like now, if you drive by the Vassalboro Fire Department, you're just going to see this half a tree. So are they going to leave that? Or are they going to have to cut it down?
With the pruning, like they could prune it into a little bit more of a triangular look instead of it just being, the top gone.
Or just let it go and it'll look like a bottle brush, something like that. So, it's sad though. It's just, man, why would anybody do that? Like I said, this is either just the greatest / worst prank of all time, or someone is trying to make a statement, which is also kind of crappy too. That someone might do that on purpose to be mean. So either way, look at the photos, have a chuckle, and then sort of at the same time be like, oh, well, that's also terrible, and then chuckle again.
Yeah.
That's at i95rocks.com or the app.